Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone. Boom!
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
Yo!
Yo! Football! Welcome in, OTB. Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay, all here with you on this Monday morning. How we doing? How we living?
Man, we are doing good. I'm feeling good and rested. We had a great weekend watching a ton of football. So that is... It's just good for the soul, good for the spirits. I know, whether you're disappointed, whatever the outcome is, which, obviously wasn't super great this past weekend, but to be able to sit there yesterday, all Sunday, and watch multiple games at the same time, flipping back and forth between like 7-8 games, it just was good for the soul. We felt back, baby. We felt back. Waking up this morning, almost felt like I needed a little sweater on, too.
It did.
It did. I know it'll probably heat up to about 95 today, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the weather is. I'm sure it's going to get hot, but just for a brief moment, it felt nice. Felt like football.
It certainly did. Alondra, how's the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the weekend was great. Instant classic last night that I actually stayed up the entire time for,
too.
and I'm glad that I did.
Yeah.
So, dragging ass a little bit this morning.
Yeah.
I hit up the block. So, I feel great. The endorphins are pumping.
Good.
Football. LSU won again. It wasn't like what I wanted to see from them exactly, but I mean, we still get a dub. First home game of the season. I feel great.
Win column.
Yeah.
Win
There we go.
column.
That's all we need to say.
1-0.
Win column.
And that's it for the talk.
And look, and we'll certainly
That'll
get
do it.
there, but
That'll do it.
even
LSU wins.
even the Saints in defeat
Oh, God.
gave you at least some fight and some juice at the end. It wasn't like all for naught.
Right.
I mean, I know it's like no moral victories, but look, we know what the Saints team is. So, yeah, we'll take this moral victory.
Spencer looked okay.
He did.
He looked mid.
He did. He looked, I thought he looked better. He looked better
I thought
than
he
mid.
I thought he looked pretty
He looked
good.
better than mid.
To be
I like
fair,
that.
I was like switching back and forth and mostly.
You didn't say what? You didn't say locked on that
I
one?
was
Are you kidding me?
mostly watching the Commanders game because I realized this yesterday. Like half of my fantasy team is
Commanders?
Yeah.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
You gotta get that. You gotta get the quad box going on YouTube TV.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It's too much for me.
Is it too much?
Is it? It is for some
I don't
people.
have like that level of ADHD. I can
it
do
only
2
becomes
at a time.
too much for me
Yeah.
when like 3 are on commercial and like one's and then I'm like I gotta get the remote because I can't have 3 commercials in one game
And
going.
I like to rewind some, like on a play, like if something happened and I want to go back and just just see, make sure like.
Well, I didn't think
was
you
what
were rewinding a commercial, but
No, not a commercial, but
That
on the
one was
quad
so
box,
funny.
it's hard to rewind.
Yes.
on the quad box. But
Yeah.
we had the quad box, but then we have like we have a little rolly TV. So I had 5 screens
Yeah.
going.
So I can do, I guess 3 because at the LSU game I had the double box. I had Virginia Tech and Vandy, and then Mississippi State
yeah.
on the other one. So I was like watching LSU, watching State, and watching Vandy.
Yeah, I just don't need commercials. If it's not a
I
commercial,
know.
I love a good
I'm not
quad
trying to
box.
mess with commercials.
I know. Tay, how
a lot
was
of money
your
for those
first? Yeah. Love commercials.
Commercials are great.
Yeah, they're great. Your first Monday, waking up and not having to worry about another Cowboys defeat.
It was nice.
I bet it was.
Not gonna lie to you. I turned on the TV yesterday morning, looking at Micah Parsons in a Packers uniform.
And thank you for that. Thank you for him.
And everyone's talking about, Micah Parsons breaking in, new team, new number, and I'm watching it. I was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. Go ball out, dude. Go do whatever you want. Be a bust, be a baller. I don't care. Not my problem. So,
And he did.
He's a
it was pretty
baller.
nice.
With his first sack with the Packers, one of the scariest clips you'll see.
With limited snaps, too.
Pretty much almost third down or like pass play specific.
It was nice, though.
I bet you felt free this morning when you woke up and not having to think about Jerry Jones.
Well, so we had to fly home yesterday.
How was the trip?
It was great. But we landed in Baton Rouge around 12:30. So, like, on the plane, I'm kind of just following the noon games. And I was like,
I don't care.
Worry about the Cowboys.
Yep. Well, we talked about it Friday, too. After the Cowboys, played pretty good. Pretty good against the Eagles. We were like, Taylor can't go back. Like, he's not allowed to go back.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he definitely.
Oh, he kind of paused
he
there.
definitely paused.
I can't go back.
You can't go back.
You have to stand on business.
I can't go back.
Even if they would have beat the Eagles.
I can't go back until Jerry Jones is gone.
Okay.
What do we mean by
Alondra
gone?
said.
It's a bold take.
Alondra thinks it'll be.
You can look
Within this
you can
season.
you can define gone however you want, but until Jerry Jones is gone,
There's only one way that man is gone.
Right.
Very true. And then he's going to have an AI of himself run the team
There's
even
no
when he's
doubt.
gone. So
We might be putting this into the universe a little too much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I mean, but we put the whole Dabo's going to trip down the hill, and he didn't.
True.
He's
So,
gonna. And we
Season's
got all
not
season.
over.
Long season.
oh, I thought you meant just against LSU.
No, I said this year.
Okay. All right.
No, it would have been better if it was against LSU.
I don't even. Y'all's bold takes were morbid, so like I don't even remember what mine was.
Morbid is not. I didn't say he's going to die down there.
I mean, you wanted him
You
to tear his
said-
ACL. Like, who knows? Like, maybe you get an infection from your surgery.
I don't know. Maybe get it.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
You know which take is starting to like maybe become a possibility is Quinn Ewers starting for the Dolphins.
Oh
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean,
Tua
why not?
turn the
Oh my
ball over.
God, they.
I love that nickname.
Oof.
Did he get a concussion? They're
No,
saying
but it's
that
Chris
He
Olave,
played like he
Jay?
had one.
they're saying that he might have got like the fans' reaction is.
Oh, I don't know.
you
I
know,
mean,
zooming
No,
in too
no
much
offense,
to him.
but like, I'm not watching Daniel Jones versus Tua Tagovailoa.
No, I didn't watch that. That was like one of the
I didn't
few
watch
quad
it.
box.
I didn't watch it, but I did see that Zach Wilson went into the game. So
okay, speaking of Daniel Jones, let's give dude his flowers.
Yeah,
he did good.
Every single drive yesterday
What, 7 for 7, right?
ended with points.
Yeah.
First time in the modern era a quarterback's done that.
Danny Dimes.
Yeah, how about that? Turns out the Giants just suck.
His first four drives. He's the first
They sucked
Colts
yesterday,
quarterback since
too.
Peyton Manning, first four drives and then scores.
Huh. Pretty good. Danny Dimes.
And he was efficient too. I think he was like 23 of 30.
Russell
something like that.
Wilson.
I didn't
Not
watch that game,
efficient.
but every time that they did show highlights of that game, Danny was dropping a dime.
He looked great.
Yeah.
He did.
No doubt.
I'm watching. Speaking of how bad the Giants suck, I'm just watching Malik Neighbors, and like
Oh,
through
like
his
cussing out
mind,
Dayball.
in his mind, he's just sitting there like, y'all gave me Drew Lock last year for a long portion of time, and now I got this dude over here, Mr. Unlimited, and I just need y'all
He's
to
very
get me
limited.
somebody to throw the football in a good way. Just please, just give me one
Emily's like,
guy.
you gave me like 4 different quarterbacks last year. I think he almost got 1,000 last year or something like that. He had
I mean, he had
Yeah.
1,000 yards.
okay, yeah. Well, then he got it
Your
with
boy?
that situation.
Your boy looks pretty good. Aaron.
Oh, yeah, Aaron.
how about that?
Dang right, he did.
How about
4
that?
tutters. What a
And
game!
Yeah, that was.
That was an
of
incredible
all
game.
the games to be a great game, I did not have Steelers Jets on the bingo
Jets and
card.
Steelers.
I mean, whoa.
Like, I
If
was
last
locked
night
in.
didn't
Like, for a-
exist, that's the best game of the weekend. I even turned
Chargers
it on
Chiefs
after the
pretty
Saints.
good. Does that count as a weekend?
Yeah, I guess I was forgetting about that because it was early.
Wow.
Because it was
Wow.
because it was in Brazil. No, one
No,
cares.
I'm saying it was Friday.
Didn't count.
Doesn't
just
count
forgot
in
about it.
Brazil.
They tried. They
Justin Herbert went off.
He did. He threw the old hush maker up to a lot of people. So Thursday was a great game.
Oh.
Friday was a great game. Last night was a great game. Like Monday night for the primetime games, if it goes the way I think it's going to go, like you're going to have
Bears,
4 for 4.
Vikings divisional.
I was texting y'all last night. I don't know. Something about NFL football is just popping right now for me. It was good.
I will say,
No, it was good.
I
was good.
I was kind of late to the party on y'all's little debate on college versus pro. I'll always like college better, but damn, those pro football games this weekend were
They were good.
you can't beat them.
Pro football was by far the better watch
Yeah, like
this
again,
week.
last night was
it
an
was.
instant
NFL
classic.
definitely has more of what we're talking about. But I'll be damned if I'm not like in the press box and like I'm Oklahoma and Michigan, and you can just see like like you can feel the fans through the TV. You can like feel how big the moment is through the TV. So there's still that.
That's what I love about
in college football. There's just so many games in college football that you're going to get some stinkers, and you're going to get some that don't really matter. Where in the NFL, I mean, you're 32 teams, and it's the highest level, obviously. But like Bengals Browns sucked yesterday.
But it's like college football. Figure it out, man. Like it's week 2. Like it's the beginning of the season. And the best game we have to watch is Oklahoma versus Michigan. I think that's dumb.
No,
that's a big mistake.
The NFL, great weekend. We needed that this weekend because college football slate. I mean,
it was terrible.
Even the teams that won against the lower level competition sleptwalked through their games. Like last night,
nobody played good.
I don't care about Bills versus Ravens. I've never been a fan of either of those teams.
Watched every snap.
Dude, I'm going.
That's fair.
I'm shaving last night. Yes, guys, I shave. I know, very funny.
What?
Right. I was like, oh, they're going to commercial break. I got time. They don't go to commercial break. There's a minute and a half left. I was like, I'm running into my bedroom, shaving cream on the face, watch the entire drive. Like I didn't want to miss a snap.
So good.
You just knocked this over, so I don't have a mic. You go ahead, bud.
What did I knock over?
What happened?
I don't. Just sitting here.
It's happened a few times. It's happened a few times.
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
it's certainly not my fault.
I didn't see, so I don't know who to blame on this one.
There's 2 of y'all up there, and Jake's pretty adamant that he didn't do it. So, I mean, I didn't see it either, but it kind of leaves you not denying it. So,
do you need help?
No, I got it. You just got to send us the break there, bud.
Okay, let's go to break.
All right, fair enough. Whoa, that's like real broken. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be all right. All right. When we get back, we're going to get this show started. We are going to talk in more detail about all these games, and we're going to start breaking down them LSU Tigers when we come back right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
You got this whole Iris Boudreaux. Tell the people about
Did you do that?
Boudreaux.
Testing. Can you hear me?
Oh, let's go.
Hey. Nice. BoudreauxElectrical.com. I'm going to hold this together just in case. When you go to the website, remember right now, I know storm season's already started in the Gulf, but it is not too late to get your whole home generator installed. They have over 80 in stock right now, ready to go. So go to the website. You'll see the contact information in Greater Baton Rouge area on the North Shore. Call them today. Have them come out, and they will install that whole home generator. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, it's called peace of mind. And when you have that when a storm's rolling in, whether it's a hurricane, whether it's a rogue freeze snowstorm that we have for like 2 or 3 days like this past year, whatever it is, have that peace of mind. Call them today. Go to their website right there, and you can request a free Generac quote. There's a big red button. Start that process. Get your house protected. Be the envy of the neighborhood. Keep the lights on. That is BoudreauxElectrical.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
If you knock that box down,
I'm going to sit
one more again.
What's in the box?
You know what? It's not your fault that we have these gigantic boxes up here for cough buttons.
Yep.
When we used to have just a button.
Yep.
But I think if you whisper to that thing, it's falling apart today, and it's just going to be you by yourself up here.
I actually usually thought these are pretty well made, but then now that the screws have fallen out of it, I see this is the IKEA version.
Yes.
It's just like the old. It's like the old Western cities.
Yeah,
and like the old things that are just cardboard.
You remember used to when you get something in the Happy Meal and like you had to put it together and it was paper thin, and that's what this is.
That's what that is.
It's okay.
2 screws fell out of it, but there's no screw holes. It's the weirdest thing.
Where'd they come from?
Where did they come
Nobody knows. Let's get this show started.
It's time to get going. Courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration,
Sorry, head down. I was
and a
like,
summer-ready
moment.
glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, let's get this thing started. Thanks to GoFlow IV Spa. GoFlowIV.com is the website. Hopefully you took advantage of it this last weekend. But look, they're going to be there for you all day, every day, right? If you have something coming up and maybe you don't feel great, maybe you had a long weekend and you want to get your week started in the right direction, go to GoFlowIV.com.
Yeah, right there, located on Jefferson Highway near Bocage. Like, there's not a lot of things in life that like work immediately, but IVs do. And at GoFlow, they have a menu of IVs that hydrate you, they vitamize you, they make you feel good when your tummy hurts, they make you feel good when your head hurts, whatever it is. They will help you out. Go see them right there. GoFlow IV, GoFlowIV.com.
All right, so the LSU Tigers are victorious in their home opener, 23-7 over Louisiana Tech. And look, we all watched the game together. It was not the most exciting game. Now, this is one of those games where, and we talked about it. What'd you call it? Purple jersey game?
The purple jersey game that they were white.
And, and sometimes it can be clunky and sometimes it's just like unexpiring and stuff. And a lot of times you look at the stats after the game and you're like, okay, well, that tracks. That's what I saw. When you actually do a deep dive into the stats, there was a lot of good for LSU. It was just the final details for me that weren't great. Just listen to these stats. First downs, Louisiana Tech had 12. You had 27. On third downs, Louisiana Tech was 3 of 13. You were 9 of 16. Total yards, Louisiana Tech 154, and a bulk of those came on their last drive. You had 365. Louisiana Tech threw the ball for 96 yards. You threw it for 237. Rushing the ball, you didn't have a great day, which we'll get to, but you ran for 128. They ran for 58. They had 12 penalties for 130 yards. Now, you had 9 for 77, which is not great. You also won the time of possession, 36-52 to 23-08. So you went out there, and, like, if I showed you that stat line, Flynn, you'd have been like, okay, well, LSU won the game probably something like 41-7. It was not. It was 23-7. And defensively, you're still right where you were after you left Clemson, South Carolina. That was a great effort. They were flying around. They dominated Louisiana Tech in every way. The one touchdown that Louisiana Tech scored, LSU had a backup in, really one of his first plays of the game, and he just had a missed assignment. He left a guy wide open, and let me tell you, he got met by Blake Baker, Brian Kelly, and Corey Raymond, like between the numbers and hash. Like, he got the 3 levels of what are you doing? So you had a busted coverage, and that's where, they were able to score points, because if it wasn't for that, I believe that was a third down, like, you were probably going to either shut them out or they were probably going to kick a field goal so they didn't end up getting blanked. But defensively, man, you're flying around. You're aggressive. I mean, I only really saw one missed tackle. I get to 2 weeks in a row. You've done a really nice job of getting the guy on the ground the first time. The defensive backs were in their hip pocket again. You love to see it. So defensively, yeah, we could sit up here and it's exactly what you thought it was going to be. Now, on the offensive side of the football, not being able to run the football effectively when you wanted to, that's one. And then you were just off. You just were off. Like, there's 8 plays you could pull up, and you could say, okay, well, if this is a hair this way or that way, you're successful. But they never really honed in, Matt, and hit the bullseye.
Man, how do you break this game down?
With words.
It was a bad game. Let's just speak frankly here. It wasn't a good game. We didn't play well. The defense, let's take the defense out of this, because in a game like this, defense is the one spot that you're going to play well in. You're more talented than them. You're bigger than them. You're stronger than them. You're faster than them. You have a better scheme than them. Like, all you got to do in this game is go and play like a defense. There's no like fine motor skill, like execution. Is you go hit the guy in front of you, you out physical them, you out athlete them on the perimeter, and they did just that. They did everything that they were supposed to do, and they were supposed to do that. Mm-hmm. So we can't give them praise. We can say, good job, tip of the cap to you, but like, you did what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Offensively, we did not do what we were supposed to do. Athletically, we shined in some moments. Garrett Nussmeier did not play well. Offensive line did not play well. The receivers played pretty well at times.
Yeah.
Aaron Anderson, incredible. He's going to be a top 10 pick. Aaron Anderson might be the highest drafted guy on this football team. He's that good.
That is OTB bull chain worthy right there. I mean, he's a dog. Like
he's a dog. When I watch
you.
him, when I watch the way he plays, he knows exactly what his role is.
Very smart football
he knows
player.
how, like his football IQ and his ability to make plays and his sure-handedness. It is going to be somebody that general managers in the NFL are like licking their chops. That somebody will trade up to get him. And he's going to fit in the perfect offense for somebody. I think he's going to be a top 10 pick. I don't know. I have no idea what his draft grade is. I'm just basing it while watching college football and watching other people. He's the best receiver I've seen.
Yeah.
He's not, of course, not the outside receiver, ZX, like go up and get it type guy. But for what people want to do on offense right now, dangerous. Outside of him, okay, it just wasn't good. And nobody can sit here and lie. We are going to be the most sunshine pumping radio show, sports talk, whatever it is with LSU, and we will still be that. But we're going to call it what it is. Nobody was excited for this game going forward. I'm going to blame it on the game, on scheduling this game. Louisiana Tech's not good. They're just not good, and we couldn't run the ball against them. That's a mindset.
They played that 3-3-5 defense too, and it looked like, it just looked like you never made the adjustments to that, right? And they were being aggressive, and let's call it also like it is. Like those defenders brought the fight to you.
Mm-hmm. I texted y'all during I was like, who's this? That guy's number? It was Colby Fields.
They had two Fields. They had one at linebacker who used to play at LSU, and they had another Fields that was wearing number 8 in the defensive backfield. And they brought
those son of guns were playing hard.
They brought their hard hat to work that day.
And that's what you got to be careful with some of these games. It's like you're going to have some guys go out there that are playing like it's the Super Bowl. So if you don't match that intensity, what happened on Saturday happens.
Yeah.
And you can go through the stats. Stats lie in games like this, right? Because at the end of the day, just top to bottom, your roster's better. You're more athletic. And the stats will get there eventually. But the fact of the matter that Garrett was playing in the fourth quarter in this game was kind of reminiscent of how it was.
It was a two-score game.
Yeah, he's just off. I mean, you look at it, there's a lot of things you can say. I mean, he missed the D-ball early. That got picked. It just seemed like he was a little bit off his platform. Didn't throw it with a pop, didn't throw it with a zip, the accuracy. And look, everybody has those games. And again, I blame it on the scheduling. That's what I blame it on. But it wasn't pretty, man.
Who would you like to schedule between Clemson and Florida?
A good team. Well, what did we get out of this past week? Nothing. Some injuries.
The rushing game is concerning because I thought you had success against Clemson.
Yeah.
Now, I am not in the belief like, oh, you had to do the trick 'em plays with Xavier Thomas, and you had to do, like, those are running plays. Like I don't care who it is. And by the way, like Xavier Thomas might be the biggest Swiss Army knife in college football.
Pretty good.
So like you have to understand, like, that's not trick 'em. When you have a Xavier Thomas who can run counter and outside zone from the backfield as a receiver, that's no longer like trick 'em. That's just what he's going to be. And he's going to have a ton of rushes this year. Like he had like, what? I think he had like 50-something rushing, almost 40 receiving, and that like was really good on the edge blocking. That's just who he's going to be. Like he is going to be a part of your running game. So that's a part of it. So there's no, you got your jet sweep situation. Like, no, if you go back and you watch the tape, like he's running actual running plays that running backs run from the backfield.
And it's a creative way to, when they motion him from wide receiver, it's a creative way to get the numbers of a quarterback run, like a quarterback design counter, quarterback design power, zone, whatever it is, because you get an extra blocker with the running back. And when you quick motion from the receiver position into the backfield, it doesn't give them time to adjust, as in like dropping a safety down to match those numbers. Basically, all you're going to have is a corner on the outside that is trying to fill the gap of what a safety normally would be doing. So you're kind of creating the numbers of a quarterback run by doing that. The quick motion all the way to the backfield and then running a counter. So it creates those numbers. That's why you kind of see an explosive play. You see the running back can get to the second level and create that block. And that is the goal. That's the benefit of a quarterback that can run, is you get an extra blocker in there. So you're kind of creating that. But, man, what an athlete he is. And good vision, too.
Great vision.
Yeah, he's got really good vision, just natural football.
Yeah, well, that's what I said on the broadcast. You have him and Barry and Brown, and you're getting them the ball in space, and you can tell their returnability on offense, right? Because when you're a returner, like, it does get loud. Like, there's always chaos around you. It's like that one-cut vision. And Aaron Anderson's got it, too. Like, you got 3 guys that are elite returners on your offense that are good offensive players as well, and you can see it. Like Aaron Anderson had the one where he had 2 defenders and he attacked the leverage and then put his foot in the ground and split them.
Yep.
Like that's stuff a returner has the ability to do. So
the play of the game to me, one of the best plays I've seen so far in football was like a 3-yard gain. It was third. I believe it was third down. It could have been fourth. I believe it was third down.
Third down, yeah.
And Aaron Anderson ran a little like flat route, 2-yard out route at the first down marker. And he was a little bit short of it. Garrett threw it to him. And he caught it, and in the same motion, as he's catching it, catches it, and reaches the other side of his body and extends it out for the first down in, like, the same motion.
Yeah.
The same movement, which probably, like, the casual average football fan would look at that, oh, yeah, he reached for the first down, that's good. The people that know ball know how hard that actually is to do, to catch it and extend it all in the same motion while your body is going full speed the opposite direction. Yeah, which is one of the most incredible plays that I've seen so far up into this. And it'll never get talked about because it was like a 3-yard gain for a first down, but it was a big play at the moment.
So still work to do, certainly for LSU.
Hey, you know what? At least we didn't lose to South Florida.
Well, you have the high of Clemson, then you come back home against Louisiana Tech, and even though that Florida did lose to South Florida, which, like, it's really not that shocking. I mean, South Florida, like I think it was, I don't remember if it was this show, that show, whatever show. I was like 17.5. Like, what are we? It's a lot. What are we doing here? South Florida beat up on Boise. I thought the game would be incredibly close the entire game. I didn't think South Florida would find a way to win. They do, and now you've got Florida coming into town. And, I mean, they're limping, but also, like, last year when you played them, they just got beat by Texas a lot to a little. Mm-hmm. So you can't allow that to come into your mindset when you're getting ready for this one because they beat you last year coming off a very ugly loss.
Yep. And just this whole week, the Fire Napier trolls are going to be coming out of their caves. They've been out. They're out. They are out in full force.
With pitchforks and signs.
Yeah, you can't lose to South Florida in the swamp.
No.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right. So
I don't care how good or bad South Florida is. Just can't do it.
You did have a couple of injuries in this game for LSU, and they piled up. Braylon Moore, I mean, it was first play. First play, he's in there. He gets caught in the pile. It looks like it's going to be a high ankle sprain for him, and so I would assume going to be out for a couple of weeks. Although DJ Chester did come in, he was your highest graded offensive lineman. That's a luxury to have when you return one starter on the offensive line and he doesn't start this year. He's a backup for you. He was able to come in. Now, he's always good for one pre-snap penalty, and he got it in the game, but he did grade out as your highest offensive lineman. And certainly an injury, though, because Braylon Moore, I mean, it's one of the SEC players of the week from a week ago against Clemson. So you're going to need him, and you're not going to have him. I would be completely shocked if you have him for this game, just watching him try to warm up and get back in this game against Louisiana Tech. So he goes down, and then obviously Trey'Dez Green, we all saw him on crutches. Same situation. He got caught up in a pile, run blocking, knee kind of fell on there. Doesn't sound like it's obviously going to keep him out for the full year, but that's going to be somebody that's going to be out, it sounds like, for an extended period of time as well. So that's your starting center, and that's also a huge red zone target. Now, I still would like to see them be more creative with Trey'Dez Green in the red zone, but that was a big red zone target that you had.
We got to get that Ooptio back in there. He's got to get healthy. We got to have some good plays to break down. That Ooptio is a good one.
So if
it's the nightmare of these games, right? To get starters hurt, especially starters you're reliant on.
Yeah, so I mean it's a big part. Obviously, it's a huge part of what you do. I mean, Trey'Dez Green was certainly somebody. Now Bauer Sharp played 66 plays out of the 83 in this game. He was always going to be in there. Trey'Dez ended up playing 32 plays in the game, and Donovan Green, who played 14 in this game, is going to have to be counted on if they continue on with the 12 personnel sets that they like to do with Trey'Dez Green and Bauer Sharp. So still a lot to get to. Obviously, got to get to the New Orleans Saints as they fall just short against the Arizona Cardinals. Football season is back, and we've got so much to break down. Stay locked in here with us on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting, every single thing is available. So in a couple of weeks, if you want to go watch the Tigers play on the road, go ahead and rent that car today. You can go ahead and reserve it today, actually, if you want to. Just call Miss Lisa Sessions. Say, hey, here's what I have coming up. Here's what I'm looking for. And they'll go ahead and they will mark you down, and you'll have that rental reserved for your trip. So go find out what you want, what you need, whatever is best for you on that trip. Go to allstartoyota.batonrouge.com.
Yeah, you want to? Are you in the market for a reliable car, a safe car, fast car, good car that can do anything that your little heart desires? Well, that's a Toyota, and get it right here at All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, right there, conveniently located on Airline near Goodwood. Whether it's a new car, whether it's a used car, whether it's a long-term lease or a rental, they can do it, and you can go start that process. Go right there on their website. You can see everything that is on their lot. If that is that time of year where you just have to get a new car, go see them today. All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com.
She calls me Goliath and I wear the David mask. I guess the stones are coming too fast for her now. You know I'd like to believe this nervousness will pay.
Tigers turn talkers. This is Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Monday morning.
Monday.
Talking all things football from this past weekend. One more thing I definitely want to get in about LSU before we move on to the New Orleans Saints. Like, we're talking about running the football. Like, we're talking wholesale stuff, at least for me, when it comes to being consistent running the football. I thought that against Clemson, you did a great job of changing it up. I thought you were, hey, let's run some gap scheme. Let's run some duo. Let's go outside zone. And in this game, it felt like you did kind of revert back to what you did a lot from a year ago. Yeah. I watched the tape, and again, and we said this last year, like, I personally don't know where to tell the running back where to go.
Yeah.
Like right now. And like, you've got some running backs that have some dynamic playmaking ability that can make people miss and then create on their own, which is great. Mm-hmm. But you also have some that are like one-cut running backs. Like when Caleb Jackson's gotten the ball this year, I think he's gotten it, 3 times? And all 3 times he's either been tackled at the line or tackled for loss. Mm-hmm. So, like, that's a one-cut back. And so, like, you got to create a crease for him. And so that was troublesome this game to go back and watch, because you created some of those creases, I think, because of the uncertainty in the run game. I say uncertainty because, like, Clemson didn't know what you were going to do. I felt like Louisiana Tech was certain. They knew exactly what you were going to do when you lined up.
Yeah, and it makes you question, or wonder at least, like, what the plan was going into the game. Was it, hey, let's be vanilla, because we do have this, there's a pretty big difference in skill level, talent level on the roster. Like, do we stay fairly vanilla and just execute on the things we know we need to improve on? Because that could be it. Like, running game. We know last year we weren't very good at zone, inside zone, outside zone. We know we need to get better at that this year, because zone has to be a big part of your running game, even if even if it's not in every play, but you have to have a zone. So maybe it's just like, hey, we need to work on this. Let's rep it. And it just didn't rep out very well. Maybe that was it. Or it was just like the offense we didn't want to show many creative things because we want to hold it. You don't really, I doubt that any of that, but I'm trying to look at reasons why you kind of revert back from a creativity standpoint in the running game. But the disappointing thing was, like, early on in these games, you get it. Louisiana Tech's going to come in here. It's like their Super Bowl. They get to play in Death Valley. Like, it's a big deal for them, and it's great for them. It's awesome that they get to come in and play. And you know that they're going to have a lot of energy. So I get that early in the game, not having a lot of success on your base runs. But as the game goes on, that adrenaline wears off. You just get into it's just a one-on-one game at that point. It's man on man. There's no like extra energy. It's nobody's Super Bowl at that point. That's the disappointing. As the game went on, we still couldn't find the rhythm in the running game. And then there was a lot of teaching tape too. There was stuff that they can learn from. There was pass protection breakdowns, mental errors. I think Caden Durham had a couple of MAs on pass protection. It was just wasn't clean.
Yeah.
It was not what we saw in week one. And we kind of came in here and talked about how, like, we were impressed how clean the game was for a week one.
Yeah.
Like, usually week ones are a little bit sloppy, a little bit messy, MAs, like clear MAs here and there. And that didn't happen week one, but it certainly happened this past week. So let's kind of like wash our hair of this game. Like, there's a lot of teaching tape out there. Like, Caden Durham, you could tell, like, when he missed his assignment on the pass, you could tell he knew it after it happened. So, like, it's not a lot he's going to get from that tape, but to be able to go in there and teach it and see it and be like, hey, got to improve on this. You have to, like, your eyes were wrong here. You were looking at the wrong guy. This is why he made the mic declaration here. You didn't see it, whatever it was. I mean, it could have been, the center could have pointed at the wrong guy. He could have said Mike left and the guy in the center pointed at right. You know, it could have been an accident. You know, you just never really know what happens, but that's why you go to the tape. That's why you teach. And it's like I said, like, let's wash our hands of this game. Wasn't a good game, but week one, they played great, mistake-free. Week two, they didn't play great. Garrett has to be better. He is the engine. This offense is going to go as he goes. He has to play better, more consistent. Like I said, it's just, I think physically he was just a little bit off his platform. Didn't have the power, the pop in his throws at all times.
You could tell that for sure.
I could just tell his platform was a little off. His left shoulder wasn't quite as closed on a lot of his throws. He just wasn't as sure of himself. Like, we can kind of nerd out on that. But I expect that to be a one-off type game.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it. I don't think anybody else should be worried about it. Of course, we will. We will worry about it, but I'm not worried. You got a beat-up Florida team coming in here now. Maybe not, like, physically beat up, but spiritually and emotionally they should be beat up.
Yeah.
I hope they're beat up.
Yeah, and you could say,
I hope they're real sad, too.
Yeah, it's a mad Florida team. You should be mad. You play football to finally.
You got a mad Florida. Well, are they mad? Are they embarrassed? I don't know. They're probably real sad. Yeah. I hope they are. I hope they cried.
A couple things inside the chat here. Look, I don't think that the run game is gimmicky.
No.
For what I said earlier, like, it's not like you're Matt Canada jet sweeps. Like, when you go back and you watch when the receivers are getting involved in the run game, I don't think it's gimmicky because it's kind of different ways to do it. And Xavier Thomas, when he's running it, like, he's running true running back plays. He's just a receiver that's motioning into the backfield. And like Flynn said, you're actually getting an extra blocker a lot of times because of it, because you still have somebody assigned to the quarterback in case, like, any kind of play action, rollout, whatever.
It's just that's as gimmicky as a quarterback run. Yeah, it's the same thing. You're just getting to it a different way because your quarterback can't do those things. It's just a creative way to get to the quarterback
now, if you didn't
run.
if you didn't have the receivers to do it, then maybe it is a little gimmicky. But I actually think that that's going to be a part of the run game until somebody shows they can stop it, which the first two games they have not. Rob says we should have gotten a real running back in the portal. I'll disagree with that. Well, if you're saying to replace Caden Durham. Now, if you're saying, like, as a backup, like, to have a nice secondary piece, like, maybe we can have, like, a veteran piece, we can have that conversation. Like, Caden Durham's a really good running back. I mean, he's one of the best in the SEC. You got to help him out a little bit. Now, I do think that, that Juwan Johnson certainly has a role on this team. That is somebody that is not a natural running back, although he has running ability. So if that's the conversation, I can understand that. But Harlem Berry, the true freshman, he had a hell of a run, and he's going to continue to get more carries and more carries. What'd he end up with? 6 carries for 56 yards. And it wasn't just the one long run. And again, like you can't take those away. It's not how football works. Well, if you take away these 3 runs here, then they only had – it's not the way football works. Like he ran and actually broke a tackle, and it was a nice run. So it's a younger unit, obviously, but it's one that's got a lot of juice to it. Now, I still think Caden Durham's one of the best in the SEC.
Yeah. But in Nook's defense, I will say this. To his point on the question, you have to manufacture some different running games, and it's not gimmicky. But to the question, probably the heart of the question is you would like to be able to sit there and run what you want and blow them off the ball and at least have a respectable running game against Louisiana Tech with base stuff without having to having to create creativity and try to create the numbers. Like if it's
a part of who you are, then you do it against Louisiana Tech too.
Yeah.
Like we've had games. I think you actually missed this game, but like we played against like Middle Tennessee State in 2007, and we didn't have a lot of rushing success in that game. He just wasn't a whole
squad that year.
What?
Good squad that year.
I don't even know what their record was, but there wasn't a whole lot there. Like it was like one of those games. Louisiana Tech outside of I think I had a couple long runs in that one, but like outside of that, it was tough yards. So like sometimes you have these games, and I get that portion of it, and the offensive line's got to get more push. And I don't care that it's a 3-3-5. Like, you got to adjust to that for sure. But, those games happen, and I'm not going to throw it on the running backs.
No.
For this one, because watching the tape, it's tough for me to tell them where to go.
Yeah. The only things that stuck out to me on the running backs was a couple of missed protections.
Yeah.
Missed protection assignments.
Yeah.
But other than that, like you said, like you go watch the tape, it's like, all right, well, how do you coach which hole are we hitting here?
Yeah.
Got to be better. We will. Not worried about it.
We'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here on this Monday morning.
Off the bench.
Hopefully, y'all took our advice. And when you packed up all the equipment on Friday to load into the car, the tent, the generator, the TV, you also made sure to get the ice chest ready, the ice cold Dos Equis. Hopefully, you went for Dos this weekend at the tailgate. Now, I had a couple of people, as I'm walking around, they had their Dos Equis out. They made sure, OTB,
let's
threw
go.
out the Dos Equis, which makes me happy. But hopefully you all took our advice and went for Dos this weekend outside of Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the big tailgate this weekend. You got some Gators you're going to bring out there. You're going to start grilling them up, smoking them Gators low and slow. Make sure you got a Dos Equis in hand, that cold Mexican lager, delicious ice cold beer. Go get a Dos Equis. Delete some beers this weekend. Let's get ready to beat the Florida Gators with Dos Equis.
Measure these things by your brains. I sank into Eden with you, alone in the church by and by. I'll read to you here.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Your boat is at sea. Your anchor is out. You've been swept away. And the greatest of teachers won't hesitate to leave you there by your
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Monday morning. Blake Miller inside the Bayou 4 chat. Did we run any zone reads Saturday? I do not believe I saw any, because I'm sure you're going back to the one that Nuss checked to against Clemson. Would be my guess
He
there.
was super nervous to check too, because his mouthpiece was in his face mask.
He forgot to put
his mouthpiece in. He was real nervous. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm doing it! I'm doing it!"
From what I have charted here, you had 34 run plays. You ran outside zone 12 times. You ran inside zone 5 times. You ran duo or combination, like a man kind of combination, 14 times. You ran one counter. And you ran one kind of trick play to Barry and Brown, and that's about what I have. So you ran 5 inside zones. I don't remember any of them being a zone read there. I mean, outside zones kind of the lead run for this team for the most part with duo. I would say outside zone and duo probably the main run up, where a year ago it certainly was inside zone. So they've kind of gone away from that. But also, like, run game's not just like what you actually ended up in. Like, a lot of it's formations too. Like, how did you get there, and kind of open some things up. So yeah, their lead run was duo followed by outside zone.
Mm-hmm.
Only one counter.
Only one counter. Interesting.
Only one gap scheme.
Well, we played real good defense. Linebackers flying around. DBs covering them up.
Dude, those linebackers,
I'm excited about our
have
defense.
bad intentions with every snap. All of them. Doesn't matter who it is. 33, 47, 42. Doesn't matter.
I feel like they got like, they give off like Tigerland energy vibes. I don't know why. That's how I feel. Run around like crazy people, wanting to fight.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. Just came to my brain.
Saints breakdown when we come back.
Off the bench.
I really just don't know what that means.
Yeah, they want to run around looking for a fight.
All right, Campus Federal, part of the OTB team. CampusFederal.org is the website. So we've been telling you over the last couple of days and weeks. I mean, they got different options when you're, opening that new account. And so go check out all the different options that you have. Actually, when you go to the homepage, again, CampusFederal.org, you can open an account right there on it. But it's also got all the information, all the different checking accounts that it's going to have. You can become a member right there on the website as well. Like, everything is right there for you. So many locations throughout Baton Rouge. We talk about it all the time throughout the state of Louisiana. Go to the website, campusfederal.org.
Serving Louisiana for over 85 years. So why settle for a big national bank when you can join a credit union that invests back into Baton Rouge? So stop by any Campus Federal branch or visit campusfederal.org.